Joining us now with more is TSN Radio's Matt Cauz. Always great to speak with you, Matt. What a game, and finishing in pretty good style.
Well, it was an incredible game, and it was a lot closer than you think. You see the final score of 13-4, and like the Jays are cruising. To me, the critical moment was when Mason Fluharty, the rookie reliever, comes into the game. Kevin Gausman wasn't great. Bases are loaded, 2 out. The DH, the power hitter for the Rays, is at the plate, and Fluharty gets that strikeout. In fact, the bullpen, 5 1/3, they only allow 1 hit, and then it calms everything down. Then it allows for the Alejandro Kirk second home run, and then we get to relax for the final 3 innings. But that was a much tenser game than you would expect from a game where the Jays technically won by 9, but that was a close contest.
When it comes to the playoffs, obviously keeping a healthy roster is extremely crucial in any league. Yeah. And when you have one of your best players that has been out with a knee injury, and we're hoping Bo Bichette is all good to go for the playoffs, how important is his health and the other guys, staying healthy to be successful in these upcoming playoffs?
The most important one is, of course, Bo Bichette. We're also waiting to see what's going to happen with Chris Bassett, but the Blue Jays certainly have plenty of arms, and they get to rest, so you can have Gausman in Game 1. I think Bo Bichette is the most important because of what he could mean for Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Give Vlad a little bit more protection. I mean, let's face it, Vlad, for his standards, didn't have a great year. He has only a couple home runs in his last 31 games. So Bo Bichette coming back, hopefully that could help Vlad Guerrero Jr. maybe find his power a little bit more. Those are the big ones. I think also the time off is good for Alejandro Kirk. I know he was great in this series against Tampa, but he started a career high over at catcher this year, almost like 120 games at catcher. They're going to need him to, I think, have a little bit of a break as well.
Matt, what do you think is the difference between this core of guys versus 10 years ago in 2015 when we saw that exciting rally? What do you think is the difference, and what do you think is going to be the secret sauce for the 2025 campaign?
I think the biggest difference is that 2015 team was much more about home runs. Jose Bautista, Edwin Encarnacion, Josh Donaldson, and just what they brought. I think this team is more about depth. And there are no easy outs. Even the number 8 and 9 hitters for the Blue Jays can get you hits. The Jays were first in on base, first in batting average. I think they're in the top 3 in OPS as well. So I think that is one of the secret sauces. They have 9 guys that they can grind opposing teams starting pitching and get pitchers out quicker. I think that's the number one thing. Beyond that, they've got great depth at pitching, no matter who the starter is. And so I would say those are the most important things. That's the secret sauce for the Blue Jays going forward.
And lastly, how would you peg the matchups between the Jays versus the Red Sox versus the Jays and the Yankees? Who would you rather face?
I think I'd rather face the Yankees, even though the Yankees were red hot. They won like 7-8 down the stretch. They won 11 of their last 12. But Garrett Crochet, I think, is a better pitcher than anyone on the Yankees. And also, we saw the Yankees even this year. Still sloppy baseball, bad defense. And it hurt them in the playoffs last year in the World Series against the Dodgers. It's crazy to me to say this, but I think I'd rather play the Yankees. But here's hoping that series goes the distance and all of their arms get taxed and every game goes 17 innings. So whoever is playing the Jays limps in come this weekend.
Matt Cauz, always appreciate your time. Thank you.
Absolutely.